Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. We are running a live stream concurrently with YouTube and our TikTok friends. Our TikTok friends, please remember when you want to ask a question or joining, do me a favor and include three little things: M for male, F for female, or however you signify your inclination, your gender, and then your age and where you're tuning in from. Age will tell me where you are in stage of life, and where you're tuning in from gives you a little bit of a cultural background. So at least I kind of feel like I know what angle I should connect with you and discuss what's concerning you. You all remember that I have a site, mindthatseekstruth.com, mindthatseekstruth.com. If you can't join my live stream to ask your questions, or if you haven't had the chance to check my YouTube channel, the one point, over 3,000 videos there, you can go on my site, make an appointment, and we'll have a discussion on what's concerning you one-on-one on Skype. For every new clients, for 1 hour registration, I'll add another half an hour so we don't have to rush. And in detail, we can discuss what's concerning you one-on-one on Skype. Now, the TikTok friends, as usual, don't even listen to what I say. None of them include what I asked for. But nevertheless, fire up your questions if you have any while we're waiting for our YouTube friends to join. All right, let's see if we have any regulars here now. Malati, Josephine, Eidenherg. Eidenherg. Are we reaching Germany by any chance? You guys, let me know your location, age, and gender, so I will know exactly how far we're reaching, where we're reaching, and so on. Alfonso Mendiola. Are you local or from Italy somewhere? Help me out, guys. Let's connect. Now we have a Blowtorch. Says good morning, Mehran, and all. Good morning, Blowtorch. Don't forget the protocol, age, gender, where you're tuning in from, so I know. Remind myself where you are in the world. Male, 56, France. Thank you for that. Bonjour, monsieur. Comment ça va aujourd'hui? Or rather, yeah, it is bonjour. It is jour there now. You're what, 9 hours ahead? And we have a question here from Nope. Says, I'm 25, talked my ex female 24. Thank you for that information. I appreciate that. You gotta let me know. Okay, and then says, few days ago, and talked my ex. You mean you talked with your ex a few days ago, and she said she doesn't feel the same anymore. Well, that's normal. Most of you, when did you guys get together? At what age? How many years have you guys been together? And it's from Slovenia. Both of you are from Slovenia. All right, that's good. Thank you for the information. And let me know how long have you guys been together. And we have Happy 15325 says, hello from Vancouver, Canada. My goodness, we've got a Vancouverite here, just as myself. Well, I'm also here by the sea in the North Shore. 54, thank you for that. So do I assume you're female? Because I can't see the picture. So small, it could be female, male, I can't tell. So if you add the M or the F, then I would know exactly where we are. And Nope says 4 years. So, okay, Happy says male. Okay, sorry about that because the picture is so small, I can't figure it out. That's why. All right, Nope says 4 years, and he's 25 years old from Slovenia. His girlfriend is 24. So, Nope, that means you were 21 and your girlfriend was 20 when you guys got together. And now she has told you over the phone or however that she doesn't feel the same. Look, it's normal. At that age, it's like you're practicing for a tournament. And when you get to the real game, you're a different person because all along it was a practice. So 20-year-old, you're just getting to know yourself. You're getting to know what dating is. You're getting to know the girls around you. And you hardly know about who you are exactly as far as your tastes, what you like, what kind of things you're interested in life, let alone know what kind of girl you want. So at that age, you'll be attracted to a girl aesthetically based on her looks or her smile or some connection you guys have, but it's not really on a consciousness level. And it takes a bit of a time before you guys can find compatibility or incompatibility. And over the few years that you guys were together, well, you got to know each other and you got some kind of a commonalities and you got some kind of a routine. You got used to each other, you continued. But what you really are, your relationship is about having gotten used to each other's order in life, the things you do together, the routine you have created, not necessarily connecting on conscious level, but connecting on the habitual. The neuroscience of habit tells me that when you constantly do something and spend some time together in a certain schedule, you get used to that norm, used to that routine, used to that order of life. So what you're missing right now, it's just because your order is broken, the routine is broken. Not necessarily that she was the right girl for you for your life. And the fact that she says she doesn't feel the same way for you, well, that's normal. She was like 20-year-old. She hardly knew herself, let alone know what kind of a person she is. And in this 4 or 5 years, you both have gotten to know each other enough that you can see, well, maybe it's not time to continue with the same person. You want to find out new things around, get to know yourself better. You check out more girls, she checks out more guys. And that's nothing personal. It's just the way your whole development is going. And that's perfectly fine. Everything in this life has a duration. And duration for this relationship was 4 years. And you learn things from each other, you experience things, and be appreciative to that. Suffering in life starts when you want to turn impermanent to permanent. So when you simply had a good example or good time or good experience or somewhat of an experience with this girl, that was the impermanent situation, and you enjoyed it as a joy and pleasure, a lesson you learned, an experience. Now, if you want to turn this duration of relationship into forever, a permanency, that's when you're suffering. So, because nothing really remains that permanent in life. The whole venue of life is temporary. But in this venue of temporary, you want to create a permanent situation with your love life or relationship or job or whatever it is. So, you're passing by an apple tree, you see an apple, you pick the apple, take a bite, and you say, oh, that's delicious. Great. Now, if you want to have the same apple every day, same taste every day, and then you start worrying about will the tree have this many apple tomorrow? Will the tree have another apple tomorrow? How long would it have it? Would it taste the same? All these anxieties, worries is because you're trying to turn a bite of an apple, enjoying that, letting it go into permanent. I want it every day. That becomes suffering. So right now, this girl says, I don't want it anymore. So, okay, fine. Adios. You will find another one. You will find another one. Just say adios, fine, and you will find another one. That's the end of it. No big deal. Now, funny enough, is my battery is running out. So might as well. I better change the menu here by putting this here and hoping that I can survive the situation. One moment, please. All right. Almost there. Put this here. Put it back here. Take this off. And voila. Very good. We're charging up. Can you guys hear me while I'm charging? TikTok friends, could you let me know if you can hear me okay? Because while I'm charging, the bit of an opening for the microphone might be covered. Just let me know if you can hear me. Put a 1 or yes or no. And so I can know that you guys can hear me. Mm-hmm. Could someone respond to me? Can you guys hear me? Everybody says join, but nobody responds to me. That means you guys don't hear me? Is that what it is? We do. Okay. So if you can hear me okay, then that's good, because sometimes this little opening of the microphone, when you put it on charge, it kind of gets plugged. Why is it that only one of you answers me? Like nope, like nope answers me. And I see Nation says I can't hear you. All right, can you hear me now? I've moved it a little bit off the thingy there. I have a hard time to get this thing going. So how about if we go that way? No. That's a challenge. All right. So you guys can still not hear me. Let's try this. How about now? Can you guys hear me okay? Could you kindly respond to me if you can hear me? If you can't hear me, just say nothing. And while I'm waiting for you guys to respond to me on TikTok, friends, and let me know if you can hear me while I'm charging the phone, I'm gonna go to just say yes or no, and I'll know you can hear me or not. I'll go to TikTok and see what we have there. And Blowtorch says, "Good morning, Mehran. Male 56 France. Thank you." Says, recurring and dwelling thoughts about the past, controlling those is hard. Any tips? Yeah, don't control them. Don't try to control them. Could you, TikTok friends, respond to me? Can you hear my voice while I'm charging the phone? Could someone please do that? Or maybe you guys can't hear either. All right. Well, okay. Nope says he can hear. All right, then we go for that. There's nobody else that answers me, so obviously. Okay. So let me go back to our YouTube friends. And recurring and dwelling on thoughts about the past. Controlling those is hard. Any tips? Why do you want to control them, Blowtorch? And he says particular one particular past relationship, 3 years ended several years ago. But what if and if only are to invading and prevent my moving on and time goes? Well, thoughts cannot really on themselves stop you from doing anything, because thoughts have no actuality. They're a virtual suggestion. And unless you're a magician or beyond humanity, a virtual suggestion cannot by itself, without your interference and your willpower, your activity, your command of turning that suggestion into an action in the actual life, by your efforts and activities, can never ever become anything. So the fact that it happening in the screen of your head and you believe brain is you and you are the brain, which is the total wrong, and it's been proven beyond the shadow of the doubt by the neuroscience and neurosurgeons and so on. Well, that's for another time, another story. But if you just, because you believe the thought, that doesn't mean the thought has any actuality or power to become reality. It is just a thought. It's a production of an organ called brain. Like any other organ, it has its job. Liver makes enzymes and helps you to do this and that. Kidney, the same, filters your blood and so on and so forth. And brain has a job to make thoughts. It's a thoughts manufacturing plant. That's what it does. But what it produces is irrelevant to you. What's relevant is when you choose a thought and give it action to make it to become something as part of the real actual life of yours. Otherwise, on its own has no power whatsoever. It makes you believe that it has because the brain is so powerful, and brain can even induce a reaction in your body. And you may think because the body has reacted in regards to this thought that the brain created, therefore this reaction of the body is an evidence that the thought is correct. That's not right. The brain has enough power to make the body react, but that reaction is not an evidence that the brain is actually intelligence or the thought has any validity to it. You have to understand this. When you understand this, then there is no reason to want to control thoughts, because thoughts can pose no danger to you. As long as you understand their thoughts, they've got no gusto, they have no power. Your attention is what gives it power. Otherwise, on its own, if you just simply say, "Oh, yeah, funny, that's cute," and you go on and not pay any more attention to it, not to give it any action or interaction or exchange of energy or efforts to turn it into reality, that thought will fall by the wayside and wither and die. It is not an entity thought to be afraid of it. So any image or a thought that shows up in your head, you say, "Well, that's cute," or whatever, because it has no existence. It has echoed and created an image of its suggestion in the screen of your head. And that screen that you can notice, that picture, image, or suggestion in the screen of your head, makes you think that it could have some reality. It doesn't. It is just a picture that is reflected on the screen of your head, but it has no actuality. It's virtual. But because brain doesn't understand the difference between virtuality and actuality, brain thinks, since itself is in virtuality, but it thinks it's real, brain thinks that suggestion or that image is real and makes the body react to it as such. And you fall for it thinking it must be true because my body reacted to it. I got anxious. I'm scared. But feeling and being affected by a thought is totally different than the actuality of thought being present. So if you understand that, then you don't give a shit to try to stop these reminiscences or the past experiences and overthinking about it. Because look, this, whatever it is that concerns you, as you said, it's a memory, and memory is the past, happened in the past. That past, the time and space itself, doesn't exist anymore. It's dead, it's gone. So, how could, when the actual period of time and space is dead and gone, non existence, what has happened to it at the time that it was something, could actually have any existence? The time and the space that those things happen to it doesn't exist. How could the things that happened to it once at one time still exist or threaten you in any shape or form? And if you are talking about overthinking about, if I would have done this, it wouldn't be that, that's all bullshit. Everything about it is gone. Nothing's going to hunt you or eat your, bite into your ass. So just move on and just say, "Oh, yeah, okay, whatever." Whatever thought shows up, don't give it energy by focusing it. You can easily use Dr. Schwartz's four step. relabel, reframe, refocus, and the brain does the rest, which is revalue. And after a while, all these four steps happens automatically before you even think about doing them. Brain does it automatically because you've changed it into it become its default reaction to these thoughts that mean nothing. All right. I hope I explained that good enough for you. And oh, that was for blowtorch. Sorry, I'm looking in the wrong place. And and Nope says, well, I loved my ex a lot, still do, but she said she wants to enjoy and she knows she will regret in the future and that I deserve better. Listen, what she does is on her, and you cannot claim that you know better for her. You know better for you. You prefer she would stay with you. But whatever she wants to do, you have to understand she's not end all be all. She's one woman in this vast world and opportunities, and so many amazing women out there. So just move on, find another, replace her as quickly as you can when you're ready. And always remember, if she can do it without you, wants to move on, so can you. And the question is this: why would you ever want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with you? Why would you ever want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with you? The first prerequisite for you to accept any relationship or anyone to be your special friend is that she wants to be with you. If she doesn't want to be with you, why would you want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with you? Have some respect for yourself. So I don't care if you love her, lust for her, whatever it is, how long you've been together. If she can move on, so can you. There's no gold between her legs. So many others have it. And the fact that you love her, I appreciate that because you spend so much time with her. Spend the same amount of time with the new girl, you'll find she's far more amazing than this one. Why? Because she's staying. This one is going. The one that is going has no merit, has no place in your life. The one who's staying, that's the one you pay attention to. Simple as that. Otherwise, you'll be just a slave. A slave of what? Not her. Slave of your desire. It's all about you and your desire. It's not even about her. Once you control your desire, and to remember the prerequisite for desire to be born can also be stopped from happening, so desire will not be born, then you're free. Then you can always endure these things and always remember, if you really think a woman who doesn't want to be with you, but you can't live without her, it's because you haven't realized that I forgot what I wanted to say. How about that? There was something very interesting that I probably remembered. As soon, it was too many things in my head, I guess. Anyhow, so just focus on there it is. It's because you are thinking about that girl as a solution to your life and challenges of life. You think she can replace everything that you want to accomplish in life. And instead of accomplishing all those things, you think if you find her and be with her, all those things are accomplished. You think she's a solution to you. As long as you think a woman is a solution to your life, you will be paralyzed. When you realize that she is a human being, she has her own needs. She got to get up, wash her face and teeth, mouth, and all that, go to the bathroom and so on, go work and make money and pay the rent and all that. She's no angel, she's no God. And then you understand she's not a solution. She's not going to solve your problems. You still will have your challenges in life and the things you got to accomplish and duties and responsibilities you have. When we realize that she's not a solution, don't treat her as if she's a solution, then you will realize her worth and value is not as big as you've made it. She has that what she has, worth and value, but nothing to die for. Who do you die for? Nobody. Especially not the one who doesn't want to be with you. So hopefully that will help you out. And we go on to YouTube this time. And YouTube says, can hear you. Okay, that's good. I hope you do. Anchor Bohra, where have you been? It's been a long time, hasn't it? He says, hey, Miran, long time. That's right. And if it's a long time, but you haven't forgotten the protocol, have you? Age, gender, where you're tuning in from. And Oridaf, Oridgaf, am I butchering your name? Says, hey, sir, I've been suffering from HOCD for a month, but I keep telling myself I'm in denial. No, you're not. Just watch the videos I have on the channel and just type in HOCD and see how many come in. Look at the titles and whichever is relevant to your question, watch that. I think we've got like 500-600 at least videos on that subject. And Anchor says 19 male. And where from, Anchor? India? I think I remember it was India. It says, how to build strength. Go to the gym. I lose every street fight. Well, don't fight until you are strong enough. And this adds a strong thought in my mind that if I can't fight and win, how would I protect my wife and my family? Well, you're 19. You've got lots of time, and you will actually win battles in life through your wisdom. Most challenges in life are mental. All these battles that you're thinking about and the protection you're talking about is not going to be that necessary because they're going to be a civilized system around. There are going to be police available. You're going to make right judgments where not to go, where to go, what kind of people you mingle with, what you don't. And these all be solved when you're no longer 19. But if you want to just deal with everything in life as you dealt with when you were 19, well, that means you're just relying on the brute force and your physical abilities, which is very limited. So if you want to only handle things physically, then you got to be bigger and stronger than everybody in the world. And that's not possible. There's always going to be somebody stronger, faster, or more trained than the other one. So what are you going to do? You're constantly going to be beating people up while you're working. That's not the way to deal with it. So get your education, have a good job, have enough money, and then the law is there. You will be able to make right decisions. And then this is the age that you're going through. And why should you be fighting in the street anyhow? There's so many assholes out there. Are you going to fight every one of them? You'll be tired at the end of the day. So yeah. Star says, why my HOCD feel not cure, not cure it, what? Feel so real, 100%. Yeah, because it's the same broken brain that is being used as the gauge to tell you if it's real or not. If the brain is already have a glitch, is in the malfunction of the signaling system, and you're using the same broken brain, which is an OCD glitch, to gauge if this is real or not, well, it's going to give you the wrong answer anyhow, because you're using the same broken. It's like you have a gauge to figure out the pressure in your tire, your auto tire, car tire, but the gauge is broken, but you still want to put it and get the right answer. Well, as long as you know it's broken and you still use it, it's going to give you the wrong answer. But if you want to rely on the answer because the gauge says so, well, the gauge is broken. You can't believe the brain. You can't believe the gauge. Same thing. You're in the glitch of OCD and using the OCD brain to tell you if this is OCD or not. What the fuck you're talking? Okay. All right. So, in other words, you the way you can tell doesn't matter how real it feels. That's what OCD does. It makes it feel very real to the point you can't tell the difference. But the fact that your awareness questions it, says, what is this? I don't want this. This is not feeling right for me. How can I deal with it? That itself tells you you're not what the brain suggests. Because if you were, you wouldn't even care. You wouldn't even question it. Just like if the brain says, well, you're heterosexual and you like girls. Well, great. No bad feeling. You don't question why is it there. So that already tells you that you're not. So feeling real, that's what HOCD does. Mehran says, I'm in my college. I'm sorry. Anchor says, I'm in my college. Okay, good. and there are college fights every time for a girl. Well, you always say, well, listen, my girlfriend or this girl that I'm interested is not my slave in front of the girl. She chooses who she wants to go out with. It's her life, her decision. If she finds you better, she will go with you. If she finds me, there's no reason for me to fight. It is her decision. And then move on. You can't be fighting every goddamn asshole who comes along and tries to. And if that girl actually goes with the guy who fights and wins, she's fucked up anyhow. All right. So what else do we have here? And all right, we've got lots of communication here. Let's see. Let me follow it up now. Ooh, okay, I missed lots of them. I still wear the Patagonia shit. Okay. But there is an insult for you. Who's insulting who? Somebody on TikTok says, do you like baklava? Who doesn't like baklava? Fossil, what is that? Old, what is that? You okay? What are these comments? I don't put them on. You guys are talking to each other, or is it for me to pay attention to? Okay, let's see. I just something cut the belt, but follow the live crew. Thank you. Yes, I can hear. What? Okay, that's funny. And says, now what's your relationship status currently? Who are you talking? Meredith? Are you talking to me, or who are you talking about? And Ray says, you're old. I don't know if you guys are talking to yourself or you're talking to me. Okay, I guess I don't know what's going on here. So hi, it says from France. Well said, okay. And followed the live quiz, thank you. Right now, okay. Why is okay? Do men think that way? Oh my, what? Okay. Mary, this is why do you generalize on every man when it's only him sharing his opinion? All right. So I don't know. That's a fair point you make. Just made me worried that's how men are thinking. I don't know what you guys, which question you're referring to. Okay, you guys are talking to each other. That's fine. Meredith says, what kind of expertise does he have to be advising people? Actually, you may choose not to take any of discussions that I am bringing about here, but the ones who ask questions, obviously, they would like to know another opinion. All right. And if you guys want to know my credentials, you can go on my site and see the books I've written and look at the 3,000 videos that we have, the topics. And just because you don't agree with it or you're not interested in it, that doesn't mean that one is or is not qualified to give advice when he's asked question. If you don't want advice, don't ask for it. And if you guys want to talk to me, make sure you include your gender, age, and where you're tuning in from. Otherwise, I don't know if you're talking to me or to each other. And so address it in such a way that it would be clear for me. All right, let's go to YouTube because on TikTok, they're talking to each other. Okay. And Miyamoto says, male 18 from India. Thank you for that. Miyamoto says, how are you, Mehran? Thank you, Miyamoto. Says, this is last year of my high school, and I am having right now, but still I am procrastinating studies. Don't. It'll become difficult if you do. There's so much to learn at the end. Just keep on doing. What else do you have? What do you want to do with your time? Watch TV? Read and do your studies, and then watch TV. Always everything at its place, not mishmash. It's like you wait until you have no more clothes clean and then you start washing. Then what if while the clothes are in the wash, you need to go somewhere? So keep maintaining it as you go on, so you'll always have things ready. Study the same. If you wait until it's time for exam and then you want to read it, you won't have enough time. Too much anxiety, too much pressure. Just read it right now. You don't eat the whole food that you have to food in 1 month, in one night. You eat every night. That's how you can deal with hunger and get enough nutrition. Not wait for a month and then eat. You won't make it. All right. That's right, you are. Yamote. Star says HOCD, I'm reduced ruminating and start exposure, but feelings are still here. That's fine. Don't worry about it. It'll all be when you rewire your brain through Dr. Schwartz's 4 step or ERP or CBT, you'll be fine. Don't worry. Just continue on the process. You got to rewire the brain and help the brain to realize and put back caudate nucleus into work again. The lever that is responsible to shut down the intrusive thoughts, images, and so on that are not in line with your value is broken. It's not working. So you got to help it to rewire itself so it starts working just as it was designed to in default setting. So it'll take time, but keep doing what you got to do. How much can it feel real OCD? It could feel just exactly as if you are it, because the brain is regulating your belief by the images and pushing it and advertising for it and constantly be there and express itself and trying to encourage for you to believe it and insisting on it. That's the problem, because it's gone haywire. So be patient. Batur Bars or something like that says, hello, sir, 28 male Turkey. Oh, güle güle efendi. I guess that's my extension of Turkish language. Says, I think I have a problem with no relationship till this age. People around me are always asking that when will I get married? It says, when I find the right girl. No hurry. 28 is too early for you to get married anyhow. Just be patient, make money, and you will always have more chances when you have lot more money. You'll have more confidence, and girls would like someone with more confidence. They don't know your confidence comes from your money, but either way, something that you're good at, that is going to be helpful, and the girls would like it. So focus on making money, and the right girl will come in, and then you will see, okay, I'll pursue that one, and you will see how it goes. But don't worry about what people say. You say, whenever I find the right girl, that's all. No pressure. That's on you. If you are under pressure, that's your problem. People keep saying things because they want to make it look like they are. What? What should I get married if I don't find the right girl? What for? Simple. Say, I'll get married when I find the right girl. That's all. In the meantime, build yourself and make money. And Star says, can HOCD type of thoughts cause normal person without what? Can HOCD type of thoughts cause normal person without have HOC? I don't understand, Star. I don't follow the question's rhythm. If you want to change it so I can understand it, I'd appreciate it. Meredith, I'm dealing with TikTok and YouTube. While I was reading yours, none of it was a question that pertaining me or was just questioning what credential I have to advise you. So naturally, you don't need my advice. If you do, you got to say in there, Mehran, that's my name. I know you're talking to me, not to somebody else on TikTok. And then you will also introduce yourself, your age, gender, where you're tuning in from. And then you will address your question. And then I will read it and I will answer it at your turn. And you're talking things that I really don't understand. You're talking about um, sounds amazing. Then do you do mayo on outside of the bread? So obviously, I don't know if you're really serious with any question or you're talking to your friends. It's just not clear to me. So, so perhaps you're not interested in any discussion here. At least I don't see it. This is the first night that the TikTok friends, some of them seems like, or most of them are not serious. They're just here for enjoyment. So that's why I pay more attention to TikTok friends. I mean, to YouTube friends. All right, Miyamata says, do you invest money in crypto? No, I don't know enough of it to invest. And Batur Baris says, thank you, sir. You're quite welcome there. Okay, it's 47 minutes, guys. I'll be here for another 12. Once we hit the hour, then I'm gone. Meredith says, Mehran, what is your best relationship advice? Communication, Meredith. Tolerance, to listen, to try to understand and look at things from the other side of point of view. Listen, understand, be tolerant, be hopeful to and helpful to resolve that situation rather than trying to make sure that he or your partner understands that you're right and he or she's wrong. Patience, communication, genuine interest in the relationship, faithfulness, commitment, having a ritual together to get close, do things together. You're quite welcome, Meredith. All right. Remember, guys, relationship and love happens in the consciousness level. It doesn't happen on the outside and the interest in the aesthetics. That's lust, and that's an introduction to each other. That's an opportunity to be interested in each other. That's attraction, and that attraction gives you enough time to get to know each other in the consciousness level, according to the content of your consciousness. And that's where the love and affection and all good things that a relationship is all about happens. Otherwise, a physical interest is very pleasurable, but it's very limited because after a while, when there is no content to bind you guys, that intimacy will not be enough to keep a relationship together. It becomes only physical without emotion and exchange of energy or compatibility on the consciousness level. And that is definitely needed for a healthy relationship to continue growing. And then together you become a unit as much as you possibly could. All right. Miyamoto says, Shusha, Shusha, Shusha. What does that mean in Miyamoto? All right, guys, it's 50 minutes to 7. I think it's time for me to cut it low. I mean, done. Okay, it looks like there's no more question for me to answer. So it's time for me to say I love you all. Thank you very much for being here, giving me the opportunity to share a thing or two with you. I look forward to our next live stream. In the meantime, don't forget to click on like and help the algorithm recognize us. And so we'll be able to reach more people and help more people. So in the meantime, be good to yourself, and to the others, I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. Mind@seekstruth.com is making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon.